So welcome to my video, not much taper week. So I'm just driving to St Kilda right now to where we're going to do a little bit of a race kind of simulation. So going to do about 50k on the bike and then 12k on the run, so not the full run. We're doing about half the distance all up at a slightly lower than race pace effort. The aim of the day really is I've got the tri-suit on, I've got the aero helmet with me, I've got the brand new Saucony Endorphin Pros, I've got my nutrition, and really we're just gonna test everything out again and remind myself how everything feels, and yeah, just kind of find a bit of that flow on the course and get a bit more familiar with the course. And yeah, that's the aim of today. So well, I'm calling it not much taper week because I'm feeling very fatigued right now, and I've got another decent week of training coming up as well. And the reason why I'm not doing much taper is because I've got Ironman 70.3 Taupo in New Zealand in 4 weeks after this Melbourne race on December 13th or 11th. And yeah, for me, I haven't had that much solid training for a while, so I don't want to give myself too much rest, to be honest. This Melbourne 70.3 is not my be-all and end-all a race. It's a good race to get out there, practice, remind myself what racing is, and probably get my ass handed to me. But it'll be good fun. The only other interesting thing that's happening is the weather could be a bit interesting. It's looking at thunderstorms next Saturday and Sunday, and so there's a solid chance that the swim will be cancelled, but we shall see what happens there. Anyway, I'll take you along for a little bit of my training this morning, and then on my way back, I'll run you through, I guess, what my training's been like this week, and how uni's going, and what my next week will look like. So yeah, enjoy the not so much taper week.
They want front row seats, I give them nosebleeds. They want me imploding, exploding, self-loathing, eroding. I'm screaming at them with no regrets and I'm hulking. I'm ripping out of my clothing. I had to go see the doc like Kumogi. Never took much to convince Dre, never been swayed by color or skin shade. Since day one, Hellraiser with twin blades. I'm a sensei, giving up, no comprende. 10 brain, probably fucked in the membrane. Slim shade, mine's in the gutter, but insane. Pin game, like I just struck in the 10th frame. Screaming out, no regrets. Yeah, I live on the edge, I sit on a ledge to shit on your heads. I've been on a bench, forgive and forget's the only thing I'd ever lived to regret. Hell bent on revenge, you left me for dead. I crawled at my grave, you better be ready and set. My enemies ain't put an enemy yet. Screaming out, no regrets.
You've been through the hardest fight, ego the largest. I made you a star. Screaming out, no regrets. I've been moving solo, try to play it low, feeling like a snow. Screaming out, no regrets.
Apologies, I'm taking shit back.
What you do dumb shit, got you thinking I run shit. I ain't having regrets. I've been feeling so alone and like I'm so alone.
Alright, well, yes, I'm gonna be one of those full kit beach road people we love. So I better actually ride half decently. So I'm gonna head out a bit further towards actual Port Melbourne, so just like a couple K down the road and back, and then that'll just be like a slight little warm-up, and then we'll head down to Mordialloc and back. So it'll be close to 50k, I think, around that mark, and plan is to kind of sit on around 260 watts, whatever's kind of reasonably comfortable but at a decent tempo. So we'll see kind of what that ends up being, and then yeah, I'll get ready, put my bike in the car, and then put my shoes on and start running. So let's go.
What up, kid? Icy 3D. I've been working on the low, you can never be me. Teleported from across the border, not a freebie. Like the gold hold up on my wrist, man, that's not free. Why'd you pray for my destruction? Should've prayed for my transition. This that bad boy new addition. I predicted something different. They cannot kill my ambition. You cannot kill my ambition. I got no time for these hoes. Not a minute of persistence. Whoa, get about my business if you not applying assistance. And shouts to all my dogs, we still connected from a distance. If the system turned me vicious, had to learn up check statistics. Now we burn up just to warm up all this brilliance. Yeah, reminiscing, I was down. You kicked me, I was on the ground. I cried without no one around. So don't you worry about me now. Reminiscing, I was down. You kicked me, I was on the ground.
Growing up, we never had shit. Lounge room with a mattress. Used to spark blunts with a box full of matches. And now they can't match us. I was only 16, pumping them snatches. Dumb shit, but the fact is, I was trying to get it when my family never had shit. With a couple relapses, I was at the bottom, never thought that I would see the light. My mama told me that you never be afraid to fight, and so I rose from the dirt with a cordless mic and started working on a craft that would shape this life. I stay blessed. Nicotine up in my chest, cause I've been counting down the days till I see my death. I smoke green when my heart feels pain, I guess. I pop pills to release my stress, and I know it ain't clever, not smarter. Get real with my butter, get real with my mother and my brother. Bitch, I ain't stutter. I've been on my shit since 15, been chasing big dreams. Got everybody talking about the kid they just seen. The greatness glistening, it's why they listening. Cause ain't nobody spit a 16 that's this clean, I'm gone.
Reminiscing, I was down. You kicked me, I was on the ground. I cried without no one around. So don't you worry about me now. Reminiscing, I was down. On the ground, I cry without no one around. Yeah, so don't you worry about me now.
Yeah, watch. I know what the gutter feels like, seen it in real life. This ain't no internet intellect, we some biologists. Gino and Bad Boy Swiss. You know when we connect, we dissect all of these creatures with amateur features.
Alright, so just got back from the ride, and yeah, it went really well. Happy. I think it ended up averaging about 275 watts. It's just a fast day today. If only the race was today. Sun's out. There's, yeah, barely any wind. To be honest, I just had a lot of fun. That was really good fun. Now I'm going to quickly throw my bike in the car and start running. This is actually my first run in the new Endorphin Pro 3s, so literally just had to take the sticker off, so I'm very keen to give them a good crack and see what they're like. So one thing I do when I'm running in a race is I only ever have distance on my watch, never pace details, because at the end of the day you can only run as fast as you can run, and you're not going to be helped by looking at your watch. So good practice right now. Just going to go out, do 12k. Not sure whether it's going to be 4:30 pace or 3:50 pace, so whatever it is, doesn't really matter. Just going to go out there, try find a bit of a flow, and yeah, slightly lower than race pace effort, and have a bit of a puff and just practice turning the legs over after the ride. I'm not going to take the GoPro with me just because I really don't want to run with the GoPro, so I'll leave you in here and I'll see you when I'm back. Alright, so I just got back from, I did 12k off the bike, and really happy. I just constantly tried to, anytime I felt like I hit the limit, like the limiter a little bit, just control it, back it off, focus on being strong, and that was just really good mental practice for racing. So practicing positive thoughts over and over and over in my head. Just anytime a slightly negative thought comes in, or you start to doubt yourself, feel weak, or really want to just hop in the ocean and cool down, then a saying I've always said to myself, which I got from my sports psych, which I love, is refuse the thought, reframe the thought, refocus on what you're doing, and resume. And concentrating on breathing and finding that kind of meditative, if that's a word, meditative state. And really love these shoes. They, yeah, love them. I got nothing else to say. Breathable. For me, I do like a little bit of support, like a little bit of structure in there. I don't want just a floppy thong. So, because you know, towards the end of a half Ironman and potentially an Ironman, just the muscles in your feet start to wear out. And so, yeah, I do like that little bit of stability. Like these guys really lock around your ankle and your heel well. And yeah, I just love Sauconys or Sauconys, however you want to say it. If you want to say it properly, it's Saucony. Yeah, so really good session this morning. Now I think I'm going to try take it easy this afternoon, because I've pretty much I've only got 2 exams left now. Uni, I've submitted my last assignment on Thursday, so I just got one more exam Wednesday, Thursday next week, which is great, the week of the race. I might be working Monday, Tuesday as well, and then the day after the race I've got another exam. So I'm getting close to finishing, but yeah, at least with exams I can chill out a little bit more and then freak out during them. So yeah, go home, have a feed, clean up and try relax a little bit, and I'll jump back in the car, and on my way I'll run you through a bit of my training, what it's been like this week and what it's going to be like coming up. Sweet. Alright, so I'm on my way home now, and yeah, I forgot to say that run was 3:59 per kilometre, so I was happy with that. I'm not naturally an elite runner, and that's far from elite pace, very far, but for me right now, like, I think I'm a half decent runner, and if I can just, my run will take time, but my run really, you know, I need a lot of consistent work to get my run down to the paces that I want it to be at, you know. To be properly competitive in the professional field, I really need to be running kind of 3:35, 3:40 pace at the slowest, I guess. So But for right now, where I am, the work I've done this year, I'm not stupid. I know it takes time, so I'm happy with that, and happy with how I felt. I think that my race day effort will be slightly slower than that, obviously, because it was only 12 kilometers, and yeah, obviously I also got to run further and ride further beforehand, and I think I'll be riding a bit harder as well beforehand. So yeah, but overall decently happy with that. Alright, so I thought I'd just like quickly run through what my training has been like this week, and then kind of what my plan is for next week. So Monday I did 20k run. I did the key set of that was 2 by 7 kilometer efforts, and I did the first one like into crazy thunderstorms. It was hectic winds and rain, so probably good prep for next weekend. First one was like 4:20 into the wind, and then the second one on the way back was 4:10. So that was just kind of like a good kind of tempo effort. And then I did a gym session that afternoon. Then Tuesday I did a hard swim set. Yeah, that was a good hard swim set. That was 10 by 100s and then 10 by 50s. Then I did a 30-minute run on the treadie at the gym, and then I did a gym session that afternoon. Then Wednesday rode to worked all day, and then rode home, so that was just 2 hours of riding all up. Thursday after work I did a 1.5 hour ride on the TT with 3 by 10 minute efforts, slightly above race pace, so that was around the 310 watt mark. And then I did 5k straight off the bike at 3:46 per kilometers, and then just a 5k easy cool down. So that was that day. And then yesterday I did a swim set, so after work as well. So that was, I did 5 by 400s, and so the idea of that, so that's 2k of effort. So the idea of that was like kind of late last night, and then I'd wake up this morning and do this. So kind of like a split triathlon over the night, if that makes sense. And I was happy with that. Like, again, the work I've done, like no swimming at all, really, like compared for where I need to be. You know, I've probably only averaged 2 swims a week, and my swimming again, even more so than my running, takes a lot of consistency. Like, we're talking like 6 months of consistent, like 3-4 times a week minimum, kind of, to get to competitive level in the swim. So I know I haven't had that time, and I've really prioritized like bike and run, because I've just been so time poor that I've found that the best gains I can find right now are on the bike and the run. So that's what I've been working on. So I still managed to do like 1 minute. I was doing like 1:30 per hundreds in the 400 meters. So again, like, I was pretty happy with that. Like, that's it's not horrendous, you know. So but it's, yeah, definitely not awesome. So yeah, if I can swim like that on race day, if the swim does go ahead, then yeah, like, I'm not going to lose the swim. I guess I'm not going to lose the race in the swim, really. Then straight after my swim set last night, I did another gym session, and then yeah, obviously this morning did my bike, and then run, and then tomorrow plan is to do a 5-hour ride, and potentially another gym session if I fit it in. And then, so now we're going into Monday next week, so race week of not very much taper week. So gym session planned in the morning. That'll be my last gym session for the week. Most people, again, if you ask them, they would very much highly not recommend going to the gym, and you lose a lot of power when you kind of go to the gym, because I guess it tires your muscles out, fatigues them a lot. So the idea of going to the gym, particularly on race week, is very much a long-term kind of vision. I think that consistent work in the gym is really important for my improvement. So yep, gym Monday morning. Then I've got Tuesday morning I've got planned a bike session, so that'll be I'm going to do just 1 hour, but I'm going to do 3x5 minute per 5 minutes, basically all out. So that's just a suffer fest, that one. Just really get the power right up there and get the heart rate right up and suffer mentally, really. That's, yeah, make myself hurt. Kind of shocks your brain a little bit into going, oh shit, this is what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm not sure why on earth I would choose to do this with my life. Yep, which I'm expecting. And then I'm going to do a run set that afternoon, and I've got planned like 6x1Ks, but we'll see how we go. Probably do 5 1Ks and maybe a few like 300 meter efforts after that as well, and those 1Ks will be close to all out. So again, that day's just a burner. Hurt mentally and add a bit more fatigue to the body, even though that's only really like 2 hours of training that day. The fatigue will add up, particularly after my last few days and the gym session the day before, you know, that wears the legs out. So then Wednesday I've got planned a fairly easy swim with just some efforts in there, just short, like 50 meter, couple 100 meter, race pace, slightly above race pace. Not going to burn the tank, not going to burn too many cookies, just want to remind myself what pace feels like. And then easy spin that afternoon. Thursday morning, literally just a 30-minute, it's basically a rest day, 30-minute easy recovery swim, drills, focus on feeling the water. Friday, ride, TT bike, just do a couple little squirts at around race pace effort, nothing too fancy. Then yeah, Friday, just gonna clean the bike up, put the race wheels on, race tires, all of that shenanigans, get all my kit ready, everything ready to go. Then Saturday, gonna do like 5k run, just again chuck the race shoes on, just some light pulses, a few 100-meter pulses. That's really it, just kind of get the legs turning a bit. Then swim set that afternoon, be 800 meters. It's the same swim set I always do before every race. 200 meter easy, 200 meters IM, and then 200 meters race pace, and then 200 meter swim. And then yeah, race day on Sunday. So that's kind of my week this week, and then next week as well. So next week as well will be a little bit more by feel, see how we go with that and how my body's recovering. I got a massage in there as well, also got my exam in there as well, Wednesday, Thursday, so potentially a couple of days of work as well. So I guess all that, just trying to manage all that, those stresses, because mental stress affects your body the exact same way as physical stress does. So you just don't get the physical benefits of it. Yeah, so that's my plan, and I hope that you've enjoyed this kind of very mini little home job, not much taper week video. And yeah, I'll chat to you soon, and if anyone else is racing out there at Melbourne and you see me, come say hi. And good luck to you. Hope you have a bowl in the rain and the wind. I probably won't, to be honest. But it's what we signed up to do for some reason. Meanwhile, it's sunny and beautiful today. Oh well. Have a good one.